Kelly, we talked about a couple weeks ago, continuing to be that luxury at the X. That's as big a test as he'll get. Joe Nardella has played really well the last few years. How has he taken on what is always a physical aspect of the game? Because when you trade away Ben Williams, he's now the guy for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, he took 46 faceoffs in a game. At Carolina, he probably didn't take 46 in a month. But he has allowed us, when we were struggling offensively, he kept getting us the ball. And hopefully as we improve offensively, we won't need him to win 65% like he is. But he wins faceoffs even when he loses the draw. He gets the ball back. And that's one of the things you say about Nardella. I thought it was the first time Steven went against a guy that when Steven won, he worked hard at getting it back. And so I thought that was a real good test between the two.
Pretty finish for one of the best attackmen on this Bayhawks team.
That goal by Heacock here, so pretty, reminiscent of John Grant Jr.
We've talked about Colin Heacock a number of times, and he's kind of become this Swiss Army knife where you can utilize him where you may have a need. And in the Boston game, he made a number of plays. We saw the offensive ones, the highlight reels, like behind the back, but hustle plays, trail checks in the riding game. How has Colin kind of been a big part of what you guys have done in this 4-game stretch on the road that's gotten you to 3-1 over those 4?
Colin's an incredible teammate, first of all. He'll do anything that's asked of him. He's very accountable. Sometimes he takes the blame when it's not his fault. But, the riding, him and Josh riding and getting that ball back in the fourth quarter gave us a second opportunity, and I think we score the 12th goal of the game. Josh Byrne to the middle of the field because of Colin Heacock's hustle and ride, and Josh Byrne's the same type of guy. So I think they get along well. They're good kids. They're used to winning.
The Canadian player added to this Chesapeake unit from Ontario. McKay. This one flutters in. Big score for Colin Heacock, his first of the night.
Josh Byrne. This is a person that fans got to know last year, was Rookie of the Year in the MLL. He comes in, and it seems like he hasn't sort of tried to take over games. He's allowed it to come to him. Is that something that you've asked of him, or he's taken on his shoulders?
We really didn't talk to Josh about, letting the game come to him or anything like that. He's a playmaker. We got to give him every opportunity to make plays. I will say this, it was probably the worst game that I've seen him play was last week at Boston. Mm-hmm. And in the fourth quarter, we were just saying, we know you got one in you. And he makes a big-time dodge and big-time shot in the fourth quarter. And the good news for us is we're getting back to where we were a couple of years ago when we have a bunch of guys who could get 5 goals in a game. And if they're all working at the same time and they all get 5 goals, then we're going to get to 20.
Could he come through now? Byrne, yes! We haven't called his name all night. Josh Byrne comes through with 3:08 to go in regulation, and the Bayhawks have a 1-goal lead here in Hingham.
Our future's pretty bright here. We just got to keep working and keep, every time an obstacle's thrown in front of us, find a way to get over it.
Ball game.